the fight's going to be boring as hell. Because any fight he's in is boring as hell.
Shakur is a really good boxer.
He's a good boxer, but it's nothing that stands out to me. It's just, okay, you know how to move, boom, 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 but it's nothing like Tank or me or
like somebody gotta stand out.
Like
like you're not just fighting
I see boxers all the time. I've been watching boxers my whole life. I know the ones that are different. He's not different. Shakur will do everything, you know, not even to get like an ounce of hitting. Like he's scared to really lock in and get in there. Devin's not.
But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring, not inside the ring, because that's like he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing. And they say whatever they want, they can hype him up and all that stuff, but I really feel bad for him because there's no way they could put him on pay-per-view. He can't sell a fight.
Boxing pros are weighing in on Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, with many predicting that Shakur will rely heavily on movement and defense. Critics label his style as running and boring, while others argue it reflects elite, high-level ring IQ.
Criticism that Shakur gets, like people say that he's
boring and all that.
he's not entertaining.
I mean, look, he's like an Andre Ward style. Andre Ward wasn't really that entertaining, but got the win. I mean, that's what boxing is all about. So I used to love watching Andre Ward fight because it was so punch perfect. I watched his footwork, how he'd move to the right, to the left, and I trained with him as well, with Virgil, and I used to watch how he trained and how he fought, and I thought how he puts his hands there and uses it as a defense, and then pulls your hands down and catches you over the top, and them little things. So this is a fight that people get, because you got two different styles. You got an offensive, defensive in Lopez, and you've got a defensive.
As the boxing world gears up for one of the most anticipated fights of early 2026, the conversation has focused not only on who will win, but also on how the fight is likely to unfold.
I have to go with Teo. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Teo. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
What do you think, Doug?
They're both boxers. I look at Stevenson as a versatile technician. I look at Teofimo. He's a boxer puncher, but his specialty is his counter punching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game,
and he's longer. Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counter puncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete, and as a competitor, he is one of those guys who saves his A game for a fellow elite opponent. That's when he really rises his game and shows us the Teofimo Lopez that everybody thought he was when he was a...
Shakur Stevenson, the unbeaten WBC lightweight champion, is widely recognized for his defensive wizardry. His use of footwork, angles, and distance management has made him extremely difficult to hit. This style has earned praise for its technical brilliance, but also criticism for not producing constant action throughout a fight.
Have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30, or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you're going to get hit.
Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, is known for his athleticism, power, and aggression. A former unified lightweight champion and now the defending WBO super lightweight champion, Lopez builds his game around pressing opponents and landing decisive punches.
We haven't seen him around 140. We have seen Teofimo do good at 140, so it's a tricky one. I think it's a 50-50 chess game inside that ring.
If you had to give somebody 51, the other guy 49, like the smallest edge.
You're gonna put me in the spot, but only because I fought him before. I'll give him that 1% sure because I've fought him. I've never stepped in the ring with Teofimo. I've seen him fight, and I've seen him personally spar, and I've seen him. He's an amazing fighter, but I will only give him that one. Shakur because I've stepped in the ring.
Against someone like Stevenson, who relies heavily on movement, Lopez believes his pressure and combination punching can disrupt the southpaw's rhythm.
Number one, you know, in boxing, so to speak, he's coming for my crown at the, you know, super lightweight division. And honestly, nevertheless, it's all about the fans.
Who has a better resume between you two guys, do you think?
Man, I'll tell you again, honestly, it doesn't matter until we hang up the gloves. I think that we still have such a long, depending on how well we do with our health, we got a long career ahead of us, man. So this is just something for everybody for 2026. We started off with a bang. And
meanwhile, Tim Bradley emphasizes that Shakur can remain aggressive by using his jab and feints to throw Teofimo off balance and control the pace without needing to run or constantly retreat.
Boy, ain't got to really move. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Shakur can actually walk to Teo. Yeah, he can walk to Teo. Yeah, long as he walk behind with the jab. Long as he walk behind with feints, because feints throw off Teo. Jabs throw off Teo as well. He's a counterpuncher. Yeah, he's a counterpuncher. So if you can keep them off balance and keep him guessing, keeping that jab in his face, and you force him back, yeah, he moves his feet, but he makes a lot of mistakes. Gets himself out of position a lot of times. He's out of position a lot of the times, man. Brings those feet together at times. Oh, yeah. When he moves side to side, same thing. He responsibly defensively, nah. When he disengages, defense is whack. Trash. Yeah. When he resets, a lot of time he comes in the range, he's standing straight up. Come on, man. Shakur can take advantage of Teo not being that great on the inside. Not being that great at mid.
Bradley points out that Teofimo often gets out of position and resets poorly, allowing Shakur to stand his ground, read punches, and rely on his boxing IQ rather than non-stop movement.
He got to run from Teo? Nah, he can stand right in front of Teo. He could. Yeah. And see all them shots coming. For sure. You already know the punch selection that he gonna use. Punch selection gonna be he gonna try to use his jab at a rapid pace. Of course. He gonna try to out-jab Shakur. Of course. Flicking it out there, flicking his jab out there, man. Trying to get some sort of response. For flicking it out there, trying to just close the gap on Shakur. And he gonna throw the right hand downstairs. Yeah. That's what he gonna do. He gonna be looking for that right hand, then he gonna try to sneak him up top. Yeah. It's plain and simple. Sneak him up top. That's it. But if Shakur can stand his ground, if Shakur can evade and get right back in his face, man, evade and get right back in his face, right? When he's not set or ready to punch, when them feet are spread apart, Shakur can walk to him. Shakur can walk.
Lopez insists he is training to put Shakur Stevenson to sleep and prove himself, especially since he hasn't scored a major knockout in some time. His focus is on landing a decisive blow rather than simply outboxing his opponent.
Consider you, out of you and Shakur, I would consider you the more explosive, possibly the more speed concerning like to the target quicker. But I haven't seen you really get the type of knockouts that made the fans appeal to the whole package and the whole system of you. Are you training?
You mean at 140 pounds? At 135, yeah.
Yes, in comparison. Are you training for a knockout? Are you training to do something to not just beat Shakur, but to beat him in grand fashion? And when I say grand fashion, I mean going for the knockout.
Well, I think that the whole thing is the Bible of boxing really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. You know, I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time moving up to 140. A lot of these guys could say a lot of things about me not knocking them out or whatnot, but they don't come and try to fight me after they feel this power. So it's for a reason. It carries. It does carry. I mean, I had a good showing with Arnold Barboza. He was #1, my mandatory, and he was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that it's just something that's going to be a rude awakening for Shakur.
Hey, Doug, you hear that? He said the Bible of boxing. What else is called the Bible of boxing? Ring Magazine! And he's a two-time.
Stevenson has spoken about exploiting Lopez's weaknesses and approaching this fight not just with movement, but with full confidence in his overall skill set. He believes that if executed correctly, he can expose flaws in Lopez's game.
I'm like locked in, and I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. Nothing else matters around me. That 4-weight world champion, it means everything to me. That's me separating myself. A lot of these guys that they claim is the guys nowadays, none of them can say that they are a 4-weight world champion. He got a lot of weaknesses, though. He's a very good fighter, but I do see a lot of weaknesses. He's not going to correct them overnight. It's going to be the same Teo that we done seen 1,000 times before. He's going to come out there trying to perform highly, and I'm going to take advantage of it. But as far as the weaknesses, I'm going to keep them to myself.
Lopez, meanwhile, has fired back by claiming Stevenson's reputation is overstated. He has called Shakur overrated and vowed to prove that his defensive tactics are not impenetrable. Making the fight ugly and forcing Stevenson into uncomfortable exchanges has been a key part of Lopez's public messaging.
Stablemates, me and Shakur, top rank. He talks about this and that and about, I was jealous of him. No, I'm not. You were a 2016 USA silver medalist. You're gonna get your signing bonus and all that extra stuff. Thing was, they were trying to secure him in a different route because they had put a lot of money in him. Me, I think I was just supposed to be an opponent.
Lopez has even suggested that Stevenson is hesitant to get hit and will need to overcome that fear to win. These comments fuel a storyline where Lopez attempts to lure Shakur into a more aggressive fight. A true style clash that could finally determine whether movement or pressure prevails.
And it's limitless, though, you know, so then again, it's like I could always succeed to another level with it, you know, and exceed to it. So it's really just trying to just keep it going, you know, keep moving forward throughout the whole time and throughout the whole process, and mainly just have fun with it. You know, you gotta have fun with what you do. You know, I love this. You know, I haven't stopped doing what I've done because of the fact that I enjoy what I do. You know, this has been 20 years in the making, 20 years in this. You know, and I have so much to do and so much to prove within myself. So mentally, I'm prepared. Physically, I'm more than ready. You know, and emotionally, oh, I'm on fire. You know, I'm on fire with it, you know, because all I ever did was try to be great, you know, and it's no longer trying. I am, you know, I am great. And it's all about just continuing and holding that. So it's all about just staying humble throughout the process, keeping myself level-headed, and really just enjoying each day that we get because tomorrow's never.
Shakur's left hook and Philly shell defense are key weapons in his strategy against Teofimo. The Philly shell allows him to protect his head while staying in range to counter effectively, enabling him to absorb or deflect shots without panicking or retreating. By remaining composed in this stance, Shakur can wait for openings and time his counters. His left hook becomes especially dangerous when Teofimo is off balance, exploiting moments when Lopez overcommits or mispositions himself. Combined with feints and smart footwork, these tools allow Shakur to dictate the pace, control distance, and turn defensive moments into offensive opportunities, maximizing his chances to land fight-changing punches.
Yeah, Shakur going to that damn Mayweather defense, Philly shell, that left hook is coming. He gonna be looking for that mug all night long. That left hook, left hook, left hook. But just keep Teofimo off balance. That's all he got to do is keep him off balance, man. Throwing them feints, fighting him off that jab, bro, it's going to break his rhythm up, boy. He going to struggle. He going to have a hard time. But, you know, Kambosos didn't rush in at him. Kambosos stayed underneath himself, stayed right there in front of him. That was it. Held his ground. That was it. Anytime Lopez would do something, Kambosos come right back with counters. Yeah, but he stayed close enough to get Lopez to react. And a lot of times Lopez fought angry that fight, so he left himself wide the hell up.
Ryan Garcia says he would put his money on Shakur Stevenson, but admits he wouldn't be shocked if Teofimo Lopez pulls off the upset. Garcia told reporters that while Lopez may struggle with Stevenson's slick defensive style, he could be underestimating Teofimo slightly. If Lopez adjusts and applies consistent power and pressure, he could surprise everyone with a victory. Garcia's take reflects respect for both fighters' abilities, acknowledging Stevenson's boxing IQ, while also recognizing Lopez's threat if he executes his offense effectively.
I'm surprised if Teofimo surprises us all, for sure. Yeah. I think I'm underestimating Teofimo a little bit, but I don't think he can make the necessary adjustments to his own style to combat what Shakur does best. But he could definitely prove me wrong, for sure. And I won't be surprised.
Okay.
I guess obviously if you win this fight, you're going straight to the Haney rematch, right?
And there's a bunch of options on the door. You got Conor Ben. I know they made that as a mandatory, so we could explore that option. There's so many different options, but we're ready